This girl vanished after jumping from a plane. For nearly 2 decades, no one knew what became of her, until a viral video led police to a shocking discovery, one that would leave even hardened investigators shaken to their core. Jennifer Adams was 16 years old when her dream turned into a nightmare, a bright, energetic teenager. She was known for her adventurous spirit. Ever since she was little, she had dreamed of flying, of feeling the wind in her face and the ground far below her feet. Skydiving had become an obsession. She watched videos online, read articles, and even joined a local skydiving group's online forum. Her parents, naturally, were hesitant. The thought of their daughter hurtling through the sky terrified them. But Jennifer was persistent. She begged, she reasoned. She promised she would take all the right precautions. Midway through her descent, her parachute failed to open. Her friends cheered her on as she suited up, her parents standing nervously at the edge of the airfield. Not a single trace of Jennifer was found. No body, no gi, nothing. Jennifer smiled, gave them a thumbs up, and boarded the small aircraft. Eventually, with a heavy mix of anxiety and trust, they agreed. In the clip, filmed casually on a mobile phone, a strange young woman stood at the edge of their dock. Her hair was long and tangled. She wore a tattered sweater, far too large for her. Her skin was pale, her eyes wide and unblinking. She said nothing. She just stared at the camera. They had taken her in, fed her, clothed her, but she rarely spoke, and when she did, it was in broken sentence, sometimes in another language. They had no idea this one decision would change their lives forever. She hit the water hard and then disappeared beneath the waves. The day of the jump was beautiful. The sun was shining, the skies were clear, and Jennifer was practically glowing with excitement. As the plane rose higher and higher, Jennifer's heart pounded not with fear, but with exhilaration. This was it. Her dream was coming true. Moments later, she jumped. What followed was a tragedy no one could have predicted. Authorities concluded she had drowned and been swept away by the current. The walls were covered in symbols, the windows were boarded up, chains were found embedded into the walls. She was taught strange routines, made to follow rituals, and punished when she disobeyed. No signs of modern technology, no communication with the outside world. And in one corner, a journal page is filled with obsessive writings about the girl from the sky. Her reappearance has stunned the world, and the case has opened a massive investigation into missing persons and possible cult activity in the region. But what they learned next chilled them. A memorial service was held. Her parents were inconsolable. She hadn't drifted to shore. From the ground, horrified spectators watched as Jennifer spiraled downward toward the ocean. The emergency chute didn't activate in time. Rescue teams were dispatched immediately. Boats, helicopters, and divers searched the area tirelessly. Days turned into weeks. Hope turned into despair. Eventually, the search was called off. For 19 years, Jennifer was nothing more than a painful memory, a bright light extinguished far too soon. Until one morning, everything changed. A fishing family living in a remote coastal village uploaded a video to social media. The video quickly went viral. But it wasn't the woman's odd behavior that caught people's attention, it was her face. Dozens of users began commenting the same thing. She looks like Jennifer Adams. Is that the girl who disappeared skydiving? She hasn't aged. Someone sent the video to the police. Within hours, a team of investigators was en route to the fishing family's house. When they arrived, the family seemed nervous. The father explained that the girl had appeared several weeks ago, alone and disoriented, wandering the shoreline. They led the officers to the back of the house, where the girl sat curled up on a bench, staring at the horizon. One look, and the officers knew. It was Jennifer. DNA tests confirmed it. Jennifer had survived the fall. Somehow, she'd landed in the water in just the right way. Injured, yes, but alive. But she hadn't floated. She had been pulled from the water by someone, or rather, something. Investigators believe she was taken by a reclusive individual living deep within the forested cliffs near the coast. Someone who had been watching the jump. Someone who had planned this. For nearly 20 years, Jennifer had been held captive. The details of her captivity are still classified. Police have only hinted at what they found inside the remote dwelling where she was kept. Jennifer's memories are fragmented. She remembers falling, waking up in darkness, the sound of waves crashing, a man's voice sometimes kind, sometimes terrifying. For 19 years, she lived without a name, without sunlight, without freedom, and yet somehow she survived. Now safe under psychiatric care, Jennifer is slowly beginning to heal. But even now, as police dig deeper, one question remains. How many others are still out there, waiting to be found? And what did Jennifer truly see in those lost years? Some things she is too afraid to even speak about? One thing is certain, this story is far from over.